fourth grade. Are you ready?
Ready!
Good morning. This year in fourth grade, we have been learning a lot about social-emotional learning.
Lots of character development.
And Mr. Flax has even talked to us about the importance of responsibility and kindness. We even got to listen to a presentation with Master Overby about bullying.
We decided that we would focus our class simply about bullying and what a bully is, and how to help someone who is being bullied.
The play is all about a girl named Katie. She starts out as a bully, but then transforms into a former bully.
Katie is going to teach us all how to overcome bullying behavior.
We hope you enjoy our assembly.
A few weeks ago, Katie got sent to the headmaster's office again. Only this time, her parents were there waiting for her.
Katie's mom looked like she just sucked a lemon, and her dad had steam coming out of his ears.
You wanted to see me, Mrs. Sanders?
Young lady, we need to talk. Someone at this morning's recess told me that you were being really mean to Monica and that it wasn't the first time. Well, Katie, what do you have to say for yourself?
Katie tried to figure out a way how to get out of trouble. Nothing great came to Mom. Telling grown-ups what they wanted to hear had worked for her before, so she tried it again.
Sorry.
I don't think she really meant it.
Mom, she tapped on the floor.
And Dad was giving his famous death glare, staring right at Katie and Gruber at the same time.
Katie, your bullying behavior is completely unacceptable here at Topeka Collegiate.
But I wasn't bullying. I didn't hit her or anything.
Bullying isn't always about hurting others with your hands. It can also be about hurting others with your words or behavior. And there are consequences for students who choose to bully others.
Consequences was definitely not a good word to hear from the headmaster. Mrs. Sanders had Katie look up the word in the dictionary.
A consequence is something that happens as a result of a particular action.
Mrs. Sanders told Katie her consequences, which Katie called her had to do whether I liked it or not.
Number 1, Katie had spent 3 lunch periods in the headmaster's office, writing down 3 ways she could have handled herself differently without hurting anyone. Number 2, Katie had to meet with Mrs. Wachowski, the school counselor, once a week to learn more about bullying behaviors and how to be a better friend. Number 3, Katie had to figure out how to make up for the hurt she caused when she bullied other kids.
It wasn't long before Katie checked consequence number 1 and consequence number 2 off her list. Consequence number 3 is going to be the hard one.
At first I was nervous about meeting with Mrs. Petrowski every Tuesday afternoon, but she was actually pretty cool as far as grown-ups go. My parents told me to keep a journal of my visits and write down all the important stuff. I even included some of Mrs. Petrowski's Think About It and quick fact cards she gave me to help me think about bullying and friendships in a whole new way.
One day, Mrs. Petrowski saw Katie writing in her journal and asked if she could read some of what Katie was writing. Mrs. Petrowski told Katie she had lots of valuable information that she should be sharing with everyone else at school.
So that's what Katie did. What you are about to hear are some of those very things Katie learned and wrote about in her book.
As you grow older, you will discover that you have 2 hands, one for helping yourself and one for helping others. I'm going to tell you what you need to know about bullying. I've even included some of the stuff that kids who bully don't want you to find out about. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about since I used to be one. I never thought what I did to my friend Monica, giving her the silent treatment, telling her who she could be friends with, and not including her at games at recess was bullying. But it really is bullying.
Katie didn't have any close friends at school, and when she told Mrs. Petrowski about it, Mrs. Petrowski put out another card.
Henry Ford said, "My best friend is someone who brings out the best in me."
Well, Katie certainly was bringing out the best in people. She felt like one of the reverse men she wanted about in science class.
Instead of pulling people toward Katie, she was pushing them away. And some kids were nice to Katie because they were afraid she would say bad things about them to other kids.
Learned so much from Mrs. Petrowski about bullying and myself. I'm a better friend, and now I'm a lot happier. It's a lot more fun to be around kids who like you rather than kids who are scared of you.
Mrs. Petrowski says that information is power.
The more information we can give you about bullying, the more power you have to choose friends you can trust and to be the kind of friend other kids want to hang out with.
Here are a few things I didn't know about bullying.
I used to think of bullying as only being physical, like when somebody hurts your body on purpose.
Ow, that hurt! That hurt! Why did you do that?
Man, that wasn't nice. I was really wrong. There are other ways to bully, and I've done them all. You know, it's like, "You're so sensitive," or hi, mom, ick up, or "You're such a loser."
I'd even done this. I'd laugh at kids' mistakes, I'd ignore them on purpose, I'd even make faces at them. I'd tell friends what they could and couldn't do. Like, if you don't let me play with that ball, you can't come to my birthday party next week.
Or "You can't be friends with her if you're friends with me."
I'd even be mean right in front of them, like, "That's one ugly shirt." Just kidding.
Or even behind their backs. Did you hear about Andy? She missed a bunch of problems on the math test. What a dummy. Pass it on.
Another kind of bullying is cyberbullying. I don't do it, but I know a lot of kids my age know what to do. That is when you use the internet, cell phones, text messages, cameras, Instagram, and other stuff like that to hurt others.
You know, Katie told me that bullying happens whenever someone hurts your body, your feelings, your reputation, and your friendship on purpose. And it happens a lot. Katie told me a few facts about bullying. 9 out of 10 elementary students have been bullied by their peers. Most 8 to 11-year-olds say bullying and teasing occur at their schools. 8-year-olds who bully are 6 times more likely to be convicted of a crime by the age of 24. Cyberbullying occurs between 9 and 14 years of age.
Mrs. Petrowski says that lots of kids who get bullied don't tell anyone because they're too embarrassed or scared to say anything. Maybe it's better to pretend you are invisible and it'll go away.
One of the greatest diseases is to be a nobody to somebody.
Who wants to feel like a nobody? I know I did it when my sister gave me the silent treatment for a whole week because I borrowed her shirt without asking. Take up for me. This is not what boys look like. They can be boys or girls. They come in all shapes, sizes, and ages. Even people who bully can be grown-ups. Sheesh, you would think older people would know better. Mrs. Petrowski says that younger kids who bully now can turn into even meaner grown-ups. Kids who bully can look a lot like you, or even me.
You know, kids who get bullied are called targets of bullying.
But why do kids bully? Mrs. Petrowski says there's only one reason why kids bully. It's because they're choosing to be mean. You may have been a bully just like me. What? You don't believe me? Okay then, be honest. When someone has ever been mean to you, have you ever been mean back on purpose? See how easy it is to be a bully back.
The important thing to know is that you can choose to be a bully or not. The choice is yours. But remember, Katie learned her lesson that bullying hurts everyone, including the kids who are bullying.
Dr. Seuss said you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose.
Did you know bullying isn't learned behavior? You can learn at school, home, or in your neighborhood.
Why, yes, I did. There's also safety in numbers. It's harder for kids to bully you when you have supportive classmates by your side.
Mrs. Petrowski says that some kids don't like taking responsibility for their mean behavior. I know I didn't. I always thought that the kids that I picked on deserved it. Listen to what happened a few days ago.
Katie's teacher was calling my kids to read out loud during class. He called on Billy to read. Billy stuttered when he talked, and Katie always laughed at him. Katie's teacher was really mad.
He told Katie he had a new rule. Kids with freckles had to stay in at recess and clean up the classroom. Katie was furious because she had freckles.
That is so not fair!
Katie told her teacher that it wasn't her fault she had freckles. That's part of who she was. He told Katie that she had to give points and to remember. The way Billy talks is part of who he is.
Katie ended up apologizing to Billy because it was the right thing to do. She still had to clean the room. Not because of her freckles, but that was the consequence for what she did to Billy.
There's that word again, consequence. Every teacher in the school must have the same dictionary.
What do kids who bully want?
Well, when I was a bully, I wanted to make you scared, I wanted to make you mad, and I wanted to make you sad. It made me feel more powerful than you.
Mahatma Gandhi said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world."
Mr. Gandhi sounds a lot like my grandma. She's always telling me to treat others like I want to be treated.
But sometimes it's hard to figure out how to treat someone who's hurting you with their words.
That's where a grown-up can help. Mrs. Petrowski said that we all have special empowering tools. I practice these, and they really do work. Come over here and check out how you can use these tools when someone says something mean like, "You're funny looking," on purpose.
Stop! Look the guy in the eye and tell him to stop talking to you that way. You're funny looking.
Stop it!
Why? Ask a why question after someone says something mean to you.
You look funny. Why do you think I look funny? Well, look at the way you dress. Why do you think I dress this way? Oh, forget it.
Walk away. If someone is being mean to you, you don't have to stand there thinking. For once you're in safety.
You're short. So, whatever. Huh? Who cares? Say one or two words in a neutral tone. Make sure your words aren't cruel or hurtful.
You're short, so, well, you are, whatever.
Change the subject. Talk funny about other things.
You smell funny. Hey, did your soccer team win yesterday's game?
I'm silly or goofy. Use humor in a harmless way. But remember, don't put someone down just to build yourself up.
Hey, I don't like that hat you're wearing.
Turn the insult into a compliment. Turn the negative into a positive. Only if it doesn't bother you to do this.
You always miss when you shoot a goal in soccer.
You're right.
Agreed. Go along with the kid says. Only if it doesn't bother you to do this.
You always cheat on your homework. You're right. Huh? Remember, too, if it's a tool doesn't work, don't keep using it. And if you don't feel comfortable or safe using any of the tools, don't use them. Try another one instead.
Have you ever heard someone say, just ignore the bully and it will eventually stop? Well, I have asked a bunch of kids if this works for them, and most said no, and it sometimes makes things worse.
When I bullied, I'd try even harder to push your buttons if you tried to ignore me.
It is okay to ignore what a bully is saying or doing and walk away, but then you need to get help from an adult. Most bully behaviors won't just stop without guidance or consequences from an adult.
These tools will end all of your bullying problems, and they won't stop kids from bullying other kids.
That's why it's really important to report what happens to grown-ups you trust so they can make sure everybody gets the help and protection they need.
You know, you can even practice using these tools at home or with your friends. Mrs. Petrowski calls this role-playing.
If you're being bullied or see someone being bullied, tell a teacher or grown-up you trust.
When Katie used to pick on Monica at recess, these of the kids who told the recess duty teachers on her were tattletales and wanted to get Katie in trouble. They were really trying to help Monica get out of trouble.
Whenever you are dealing with a bully, it's all about reporting. An example of cuddling is when you tell your mom that your sister ate a cookie before dinner just to get her in trouble.
Yeah, and here's another example of good reporting. Katie is sitting on Monica and she can't get away. Or Monica's crying and needs help.
Well, what else can you do to help kids who are being bullied?
One thing for sure, if you're the bystander or the kid who sees other kids being hurt, it's not good to ignore it.
When this girl in my dance class was bullying me, most of my friends did nothing to help. Some even laughed. It felt like they were joining her side. When I went to Mrs. Pershowski's office, she told me something Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said. In the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. That made a lot of sense to me, but what if the bully comes after the bystander?
Well, there's more than one way to help without risking your own safety. You can be a hero bystander.
Hello, Captain Hero Bystander here. Imagine how it would feel to be in the shoes of the kid being bullied. How would you feel? Caring is the first step to getting help. Here are a few things you can do if you see kids bullying others. 1, tell the bully to stop, but only if you feel safe and have other kids around you so you do feel safe. 2, reach out to the others, the kids who are being bullied. Include them in your group or activities. Let them know no one deserves to be treated that way. Number 3, don't join the bullying team. If you stand and watch, you are sending a message to the bully that what they're doing is okay. And 4, report bullying to an adult or an adult you trust. That's the way everyone can get the help they need. Well, Captain Hero Bystander's work is done here. Off I go.
Sounds to me like we need a lot of good friends.
What makes a friend a good friend?
I think you should just watch this.
Good friends appreciate you and like you for who you are. Bad friends put you down to build themselves up. Good friends accept that you get to choose your own friends. Bad friends tell you who you can be friends with. Good friends make you feel welcome in their group or activity.
Bad friends don't let you in their group or activities.
Good friends have good things to say about you to their friends. Bad friends gossip, spread rumors, and send hurtful text messages and emails about you.
Good friends use humor in a harmless way.
Bad friends hide behind the word just kidding when they really don't mean it.
Good friends let you feel accepted and safe.
Bad friends make you feel unaccepted and unsafe.
Good friends work things out with you when you have problems. Bad friends refuse to admit when they did something wrong and keep doing it.
Good friends are friends you can count on every day.
Bad friends are nice one day and mean the next.
Good friends really want to hang out with you.
Bad friends only play with you until someone better comes along.
I've started thinking back on some of the things I did to Monica. I wouldn't let her play Foursquare on the playground. I whispered about her to other girls, and I even made fun of her. Now I try to stay on the good friend side of the list.
Just remember, you don't have to be good friends with everyone. Nobody is. Just try to treat everyone in a more respectful, friendly way.
I know I can't change what I did in the past, but I can change what I do from now on. Not everyone can have a Mrs. Petrowski at their school, but we have Mr. Flox, Dr. Rance, Ms. Arnold, and a whole bunch of teachers willing to help. So remember,
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Thank you. I'm done. I've got a few thank yous. First of all, Mr. Colazzo and the tech crew, specifically Jaden back on sound, and Kylie's been helping backstage as the discipline enforcer. Not that we needed it. And Mr. Carter for filming, thank you. And Rachel and Wyatt for setting up everything. Parents, I'd like to thank you for help with the scripts. Moxie's parents, Jason and Shara, thank you for being angry parents. I remember those looks. And Mr. Flatts, let me see if he's still back here. He's not here. Captain Hero Bystander. Thank you. And students, we had about, 3 days last week to practice and 3 this week, so they did a really good job learning this fast, and I'm real proud of them. You guys did a wonderful job. Thank you.